Good morning, crew. Today we're working on the Ford 9000. There's some updates beforehand though. The first one is my GoPro decided to brick again, so I don't think there's going to be any more trucking footage for a little while here. But I can do restoration footage. So what I did is my handlebars on my truck. I'll show a shot here, but I used to have little pads to keep the metal from metal. I only have one left that isn't fragile, so I took measurements and I 3D printed a bunch of pads. So we have pads to put back under the handlebars to seal them off. I was modifying these because they were sagging and I ended up breaking the piece because they were sagging, so I built these brackets on the inside to hold them straight, but I ended up breaking the piece. So the attempt now is that we have our one remaining piece. I'm going to try 3D scanning it here and building a new piece using the 3D printer, because the materials on the 3D printer are a lot more durable than the epoxy or whatever, not the epoxy, but the urethane molds I have. Urethane in the sun gets warm and gets destroyed. Over here we have our stack I took back off the truck. On the YouTube channel you haven't seen this on the truck, but it's been on the truck for a few months now. What happened was I had a flex pipe going from the engine to this, but it was too kinked to actually flex properly, so it made vibrations through the whole thing. And as you can see, these two pieces got separated and it happened on the bottom too here. So I have to grind this all back, weld that back all up to make those good again. I'll put a band in here to hold it at the top, but I'm going to get the, I don't know what it's called, the braided flex pipe. It's a lot more soft, and we're going to try that because this issue right here is no bueno, especially when it's vibrating and breaking everything like that right there. Well, yeah, that's off. That might be another week issue. Today is just some little maintenance. Hey, Fifi, you want back in? Okay. Fifi's just chilling. Here's the truck right here. It's sort of all together. I've taken off the front grille again because I added more spacers. I added an inch because the issue is it would hit right there when you're climbing into the truck, and that's no good. So add a spacer later in life. If I feel like it, I'll just get another one of these, but just an inch longer. That should cure that issue in the future, but for now that's working properly. I took the back panel off. You probably haven't seen that on YouTube, but it's on my Instagram. And there is the inlet pipe, which goes into an air filter down there. Dun, 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 dun. The air cleaner that I painted and installed. So that's in there. This is the inlet. It looks like a stack, but there's a hole right there for the air intake. So that's all still good. Luckily this side didn't vibrate as bad as the other side, even though they're connected together. In the future I have my hydraulic pump right there. It's actually on the frame, which is kind of no buenos. I'm going to take that and I'm going to install it onto the backing plate, like right here ish. So it'll all be hidden and out of the way. If I ever have to service it, it's going to be a nightmare, but that's a later me issue. For now, in the future, I made an update on this before, but I'm taking the drive axles. I'm taking the drive axles from this truck and sticking it on that truck. My winter is I'm going to just take these off, prepare them, paint them, and get them ready because they need to be put back together again. sometime in the near future so they don't rust out too bad. That one's even missing a plug, I guess. That's good to know. But get those ready, and then the actual swap is probably going to be in March or April. But for the winter, I have to figure out some little things on the heaters. I'm going to add another heater for the passenger side and get this thing going again. I'm going to, like I said, I was fixing the signal lights. I don't know if I can show you on this one, but they kind of sag at the top here and then water can get in. So I'm going to fix these. Hopefully I can get a good 3D scan of them. I'm going to... I have better ones of these, but I'm either going to 3D scan these too, or I'm going to urethane them, because there's nothing structural behind these, but there's a little bit behind those. So I might be able to get away with making a mold of those. I'm going to put a marker light in here instead of just a reflector, because there is no side marker light. This is just a signal light. So I'm going to install a marker light on each side. I'm going to probably just paint that for now. And in the future, I'm going to get a custom one built, because this thing is all broken and cracky. That one's missing a corner. This is our new guest to the yard, I guess. It is an International Harvester Cargo Star. It's basically good parts for the other Cargo Star that's in the yard. It comes with a tilting deck and hydraulics, so that's cool. So that's going to be put together with the other Cargo Star. But yeah, this deck I'm going to fix up. This is an upside down 12-foot deck. I'm going to fix up and make it click into the red Ford cabover, so it can be popped off and popped on while keeping the hitch underneath. So I can make it a straight truck, or I can make it a tractor. That's the plan. I'm going to cut this garbage off here, and it'll just be a deck that you can pop and pop off. So I can go really small if I need to. That being said, a bunch of small things going on over winter. I do plan on actually doing some more driving footage of this thing, because this is why my channel started, is working on this thing, and it's been a long time. Even before the channel, it is about a year and a half of work put on it before the channel. So it is drivable right now. I want to get the stack back together. I want to get the signal lights and the marker lights on, and the heater system all worked out. And then we'll do some driving footage, see if I can get that deck on here. And if I can, maybe we can do some hauling with the 12-foot deck before we change over the axles. But that's just an if. This truck over here is still doing pretty good. I have plans for this truck after the red truck, but that's way in the future. And I have a new cab that I'm fixing up for it and going to have it nice and painted. I'm going to stick the truck box on it again, because this thing is cool and all, but that hitch isn't very good. Well, it's a Detroit 671, so it only has like 100 horsepower. So it's a nice truck as a service truck. You're doing like short hauls, but like anything with weight, it's kind of gutless. Okay, so I got these done. That should hold everything and not rub directly on metal. That makes me happy. See what we get to next. So I didn't get any footage of actually doing anything today. The handlebar install was pretty basic, so I didn't want to set up a tripod for that. The Tinkercad stuff, maybe in the future I'll do like a screen recording, but it's more of a spur of the moment of what I did. I just had the 3D scan, and then it was still a little rough, so I was like, okay, I'll just handball this and build it in Tinkercad. The next 2 weeks, those will go through the 3D printer, and we'll see how they turn out. Other than that, I just was moving stuff around the yard, got the international moved out of the way so I can leave tomorrow. Yeah. Anyways, if you like this video, this update video, can you leave me a like, maybe subscribe? In the end, I don't care. I'm just here to have fun. Peace.